everybody here and everybody at home. Hello and good evening and welcome to Saturday Kitchen with me, Liz Moseley, the members editor of Tortoise, and this is the Tortoise Summer Drink-In, which was meant to be the sort of grand pre-summer reopening of the newsroom with lovely members and having champagne and having a real professional cocktail making person, but because COVID we haven't quite managed to work it that way. So in the room is mainly just tortoises and very close friends and family, and obviously people joining us from home. And the plan for the evening is I'm going to attempt to make some moderately disgusting cocktails. These people are going to attempt to drink them and you can make along at home. We're going to do a cocktail, we're going to do a mocktail, and then we're just going to have a go at whatever we find on the trolley. And if James and Katie, who are both on holiday, have joined us, we're very sorry. And if they haven't, then let's not tell them that this is what's happened. There is a slightly serious point to the evening in that hopefully on the 1st of September we will be able to welcome members properly back into the newsroom for Think-Ins like we used to. And for those of you that join us quite regularly, you'll know that we've been kind of trying out different ways of doing it and getting a bit better, hopefully, at the audio and the camera angles and the lighting and all of that. So this is our lovely tech team, Connor and Phoebe's kind of first go at having more people in the newsroom than we have had, to see if we can sort of work the mics and everything else. So they are working while we are buffooning around and drinking. So has anybody got any questions from the audience in the room? Everybody comfortable? Has everybody had enough snacks? Excellent. So the name of the cocktail we're going to make, so that I can give these people a drink, is the Tipsy Tortoise. Yes, my friends, that's where we are. And the way you do it is with this, which is orange juice, and it goes in like this. See? Say, approximately half. And then this, which is blue Curacao, there you go, yep. And it says a shot, but really this is just for the colour, like the science lesson at school, so we just give it something like that, probably, let's say. And then this is the most exciting part, which is the Prosecco part. Oh, is there music? There's cocktail lounge bar music, can you hear? Da, 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 da. And then, watch this. Tessa, you talk to me like I've never opened champagne before. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Which is, I was Bass North Barmaid of the Month, April 1994, guys. So, and that, my friends, why are you laughing? Is a tipsy. It's going to dissolve. It's a Tipsy Tortoise, and I have to say, yeah, that is what it is. Who wants it? Hands up. Come on. Yes, Tomini. Get in. Beautiful. So, do you want to do the sort of tasting notes, how it feels on the nose, the flavours? For the rest of you, there's some more here, if you'd like to help yourselves. Beautiful. Yeah?
It looks very different to that.
There's a bit more blue in that, I've got to be honest. There's a bit more blue in that one, Tomini. Here we are. It looks like, you know, in like children's TV in the 1980s, and they do the gunge when they get it wrong. It's got that kind of vibe to it, hasn't it? There you go. Giles wants one.
I do actually.
Yeah. Have you got a cup?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, please do dig in and enjoy the Tipsy Tortoise. Is it our feeling that people are making the Tipsy Tortoise at home as well?
No, but they're enjoying watching you make it.
Yeah, excellent. That's so good. Now, I know it's already been brilliant, but as if that wasn't enough, there's more. Because we're going to do a mocktail as well. And this involves more equipment, actually, the mocktail. Is anybody here wanting a mocktail? Mark. Okay, good. Right, so here is the mocktail. The mocktail's called Teetotal Tortoise. Do you see what we've done there? I mean, I used to work in marketing, it is true. So what we're going to do is, this time in a pitcher, squeeze the lime. We don't have a squeezer, so we're doing it manually. No, you have to have this. It's part of it. I did wash my hands before I started. I've got a bit of a cut on my finger. Bit much. Okay, so lime's gone in there. Then it's elderflower cordial, quite nice actually, quite upmarket. Chuck some of that in. It says stir with a straw, but the spoon is fine. And then it goes ice. Oh. I think it wants crushed. Whoa. Difficult, actually. You don't normally hear the clunk, do you? There you go. There we go. And then fizzy water. Can't open it. How's it feeling for you, Harika? Nice? Yeah, it's a green juice. It's a green juice. It is. Like that. And then some mint, which seems to be what people put in cocktails, isn't it, mint? If you go, isn't it? If you go to a cocktail bar and have a cocktail, there's always some green, like, leaves in it, and that is the mint. And it goes, whoops, there we go. Why are you laughing? And there is gorgeous, isn't it? That's the Teetotal Tortoise right there. It's not green, but it does have green things in it. Sort of like pond water. My liege.
Is this the one with blood in it?
No. How is it, Mark? Does it taste of anything?
It tastes of mint and elderflower. That's delicious.
There you go. Thank you so much. Round of applause, if you please. I might just top bits up because I think it's nice, and I might have one of these as well. What I was going to ask everybody here, because if there was a real drinking with people here, we'd all be chatting and talking about what we were going to do this summer. So let's start with that, because there's not going to be any think-ins now after today till the 1st of September. There's going to be a bit of Tortoise happening over the next 2 weeks, right? Who knows what's happening in the slowdown, by the way? Should we talk about that? Does anybody know what the plan is for the next couple of weeks? Everybody looks blankly at one another. I believe the plan is more slow reviews and a sense maker every day. Daily sense maker. Thank you, Giles. Giles Mattel, ladies and gentlemen, runs Sense Maker. Oh yeah, that's right. But no audio Sense Maker. There will be audio. Oh, there will be audio. So, Ibby, tell us about audio Sense Maker, because that's relatively new, right? Yes, do pick up the mic.
Livio and I just had a look at how many episodes we've reached before coming on now, and we're on 141 episodes, which is great.
Of SenseMaker Live?
SenseMaker Audio,
Yeah,
which you can find in the app, but also on Spotify or on Apple or wherever you listen to your podcasts. So it started in January, and there's a whole team of us at Tortoise that do it. And we'll continue publishing those throughout the slowdown in August. So that will be in your app every day. One a day. It's live at 6 a.m. if everything goes to plan.
Approximately how often is that?
How often does it go to plan?
Yeah.
Every day so far.
Oh my God, there you go.
Week.
Don't do yourself down.
We do all sorts of topics. We were also discussing like our favourite episodes. So we do UK politics. We've done a lot of the Olympics this week, obviously. We do a lot of American stuff, foreign affairs, all sorts.
And who decides what the story is?
As a team, we all pitch ideas, and then we get sign off from Basher and Kerry. And we also try and loop in with Giles's SenseMaker newsletter team, so that we're sort of joining the dots up there.
What's been the best one so far?
Well, your favourite was
There have been a few. I mean, like in terms of, some of them are like really depressing. So like I don't want to say my favourite one is like, you know, the one about Guantanamo Bay or anything.
Yeah.
But we did a really great one on Dolly Parton. We've done one about 2021's vaccination summer song, which is like Juvenile's Back That Thing Up. No, I'm good.
Hang on. The vaccination summer song?
Yeah, so basically Juvenile, who did Back That Thing Up in 1999.
For sure, I'm very familiar.
As we're all aware. He basically did a remix, but it's about getting vaccinated. Yeah. And it went really viral, and we did a whole, like, me and Claudia were just listening to it on repeat, the new remix, like for 3 days. It was like, I think it's like when Spotify Rewind comes along, it's going to be like my #1 song of the year, which I'm a bit dreading, but yeah. Awkward
times for everyone though, isn't it? Spotify Rewind, if we're honest.
You do come across some quite catchy tunes doing this though, because there was the other one that we did on China and the Communist Party celebrating 100 years in power. And they basically commissioned a bunch of rap artists, like Chinese rap artists, to rap about how great China is in Chinese. And it was this big propaganda move. But it was actually quite a catchy song. It's 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
But that was a fun one to do as well. So, yeah, please give it a listen.
Excellent. So that is going to keep going.
That will keep going.
Daily Sensemaker email, Daily Sensemaker audio, slow reviews. And I think we're going to do like resurfacing some mould stories as well, aren't we? I can see enthusiastic nods. Yes. Top of the pops. Go on, Tomini. This is Tomini for those people who haven't met Tomini before. Social media supremo. So I'm guessing that you're going to be doing the promotion of this old, like, members' favourite kind of stories.
Yeah. We've got a top 10 coming out across Read, Watch, Listen. It's editors' pick, so everyone's going to give their. We've got different editors giving their thoughts and their views on what way they think those are the best stories or the best audio pieces that we've done. So that's going to be coming out bit by bit. It's not just one go, but yeah.
I have to confess, I had to pick 10 Thinkins, and the 10 Thinkins that I picked doesn't include my actual favourite Thinkin. Well, I have 2 actual favourite Thinkins, and neither of them were in the top 10 because I just felt like it was one. So my actual favourite Thinkin was Tracy Thorn, amazing, and my sort of favourite Thinkin for fun was Eurovision, which was spectacular, though I say so myself. Harika, you're working on quite an important project at the moment, but for after the summer, right?
Yeah, so...
Tell me the thing, because genuinely, I probably should write it down, because I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so post-summer, some members may have heard about it already, because Duncan Maven did a Thinkin last Monday now, on Tortoise Local, which is a very exciting project where we're testing our newsroom up in the northeast. So lots of people have already heard about it and have been helping us, but it's still very early days. So we've been talking to members during the Thinkin about what they want to see. We're going to be primarily focusing on a Northeast Sensemaker, holding Thinkins up there, possibly doing some audio. So yeah, it's all in the works. It's early on, but it's exciting.
When we is it September?
In the autumn.
Okay, so some point in the autumn there'll be a series of Thinkins.
Yeah, so,
and the Sensemaker.
Yeah, there'll be Sensemaker, hopefully Sensemaker audio as well. We're working on kind of trying to get a team up there. But essentially the point of it will be to add Tortoise journalism and reporting and complement the local journalism that's there to produce something that's really focused and obviously slow news, but in a new home.
Nice. Yeah. Very exciting. I'm going to make an Aperol Spritz for lols. Don't know if you've heard of that. It's quite an unusual cocktail. And it looks like Tizer, for those of you that can remember Tizer.
Yeah, Tizer.
Oh my God, put your hand up if you don't know what Tizer is. I don't mean to shame you. Giles?
He's just trying to look like it's with the younger.
Okay, put your hand up if you do know what Tizer is. Thank you. Excellent. Tessa, could you explain to the group what Tizer is, please?
Sort of an English version of Iron Brew, isn't it?
Well, I think Iron Brew has that sort of medicinal quality, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was just incredible. It's responsible for about 90% of the fillings in the 1970s.
Yes, it was. So it's this colour, but it tastes of nothing but sugar, basically.
Like fruit twist Fanta.
Yeah. I think you can still get it, though, can't you?
Yeah.
I think it still exists. Yeah, for sure.
Like 24 hours.
Who wants this? Come on, I've made it now. I can't imagine that any of you would choose a green juice over an Aperol Spritz. Yeah, apparently you are. Just goes to show. That'll be mine then. I don't actually like it very much.
Put some of that salad in.
Put the salad in. Maybe that's it. They're exciting colours though, aren't they, cocktails? Is that the main attraction of a cocktail, because it's an exciting colour? Don't like it. I really don't. I'll put it there. Right, Michael. This is Michael, everybody. I mean, you obviously know, but people at home might not know. You do talk to members quite a bit, though, because you do user testing and stuff like that.
I do a bit. Yeah, I do a bit of that. Maybe not as much as I should.
Yeah, perhaps not. So Michael runs the product. Well, we call it product. It means the technology, kind of what the app does and what the website does and everything. Tell us what's coming next, what the next bits are, because actually quite a lot is going to change, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we've got 3 projects on the go, really, for the second half of this year. The first one is our project Galapagos, which is about improving the experience of booking and coming to digital thinking.
Why did you call it Galapagos?
I can't think that, because
Something Tortoise.
It's gone very slowly, and it's big and slow. But you've seen the first bit of this already, which is getting rid of all that faff with Eventbrite and putting in your email twice and so on, and one-click booking for members to come to Think-ins. And we've got a little bit more like that to go, and also looking at replacing Zoom with our own experience, which makes it feel more like you're coming into our own space when you come to digital thinking. And then the second project we've got going is about doing an app refresh. You know, we've kind of changed direction quite a bit, I think, over the last couple of years.
That's fair to say, yeah.
It
I think
might
that
be
is fair to say, yeah.
And the app hasn't entirely kept up with that. So it's going to have, it improves usability, makes it easier to find all our old content, and has got a much better audio player in it as well. And that should actually go live in August.
So the new app will have better, so you can listen to the podcast without having to...
That's right, and find them as well, even, not just listen to them, but find them. Yes.
Oh my God, radical.
I know, it's amazing.
Thank you so much. You've done the blue one. She's on to the big green one now. Nice. Would you like some more?
I'd love some more.
Michael, is that the app
No. Okay, and then the third thing we've got is a bit more early stage. We're going to do a project called My Tortoise. The My Tortoise bit of the app at the moment is basically just a bunch of boring settings. Instead, we're going to look at, how can you better get access to all your benefits as a member, and have more control over your email settings and things like that. But that one, actually, I'd love suggestions from members on what we could do to make your membership work better in the app. Send them in.
Michael at tortoisemedia.com.
That would work.
If it's ideas or, if it's broken.
No, not.
Thank you very much. I can't read the chat, which is weirdly discombobulating on the thinking. Yeah, I do, yeah.
So a lot of people are talking about their favourite Think-ins. Gordon Brown.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good. The bake-in or the bread-in, whatever we
Breaditation.
Breaditation.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, I need a...
Is Dave on? I don't know if is Dave here? I don't know if he is.
Yeah, so Gordon Brown, Thinking, very popular. Breaditation, shout-outs for that one. A lot of chat about Tizer.
Who's got Tizer chat? Let's hear from somebody who's watching. Who's got Tizer chat?
Susie Kershaw.
Susie, my fellow tall person. Where are you? Are you there, Susie? Hi.
Yeah, hi, I'm here. I missed that bit about Tizer.
Oh no.
I thought it was a drink which was a bit fizzy and a bit coloured, or maybe not.
That's absolutely what it is. Have you got yourself a tipsy tortoise there, Susie?
Well, mine isn't tipsy, but guess what it is?
What is it?
Well, it's actually a bitters in water.
That's quite
bitters in
grown
water.
up.
So if you want to look as though you're drinking serious alcohol, you just put a few bits of, guess what this is? Everybody's got one in their cupboard somewhere.
Yes.
and you put it with water and mint, and you look as though you're drinking alcohol.
I think that's very clever. I saw a thing on Instagram the other day that said, has anybody ever lived long enough to buy a second bottle of Worcester sauce? And Angostura Bitters is similar
Yes,
sort of...
similar question. I bought a new one. I actually bought a new one last year.
Excellent. I think that's a good tip. That is a good tip, because if you're not drinking at a party, you often get given a sort of a silly drink, don't you? You feel a bit burnt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, very good. Nice to see you, Susie. Thank you very much. What else is happening?
So somebody called iPhone just sent a message saying, Mark, Tortoise is the best members club I have been in, and I say that as an alumnus of Menston Guides. Does that mean something to you?
Menston Guides.
Is this a northern thing?
Well, I grew up in the next village along from Menston.
Of course you did.
Who's that? Who's iPhone?
Don't know. I asked them to change their name, but they haven't done it.
Reveal yourself. We want to know.
The Maxwell's thinking.
Oh yeah, that was good. I mean, what a gift for social media, eh, Tomini? That's just the gift that keeps on giving. Did everybody see that one? Did you see that Maxwell's thinking? We were really unsure if it was going to be a runner or not, that thinking, because it wasn't really. It's not a particularly timely story. It was a sort of retrospective.
There's a couple of authors who had a book, or there was an author who had a book out.
That's right.
But it was some time after the book had been released, and then it was a guest who wasn't one of our invited experts shared. I'm not going to tell the story, but she shared quite an eye-watering story at the end of the thinking, for which it will always be remembered.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. Depends how many tipsy tortoises you're going to drink, Tessa. Not you indeed. Yeah, it was a really good one. It was a really good one.
And actually, one of the requests we had was that someone's asking if they can, in My Tortoise, see a history of the thinkings that they've joined.
Good idea.
Excellent. Good idea, Susie. That's going to happen. And then Daniel Dipper, Tony Blair was my first thinking, so that certainly sticks with him.
Oh yeah, Tony, old Tone. God love him. God, I mean, that is a long time ago. That's over a year ago. It's a year last April, that Tony Blair thinking. That was a week and a half.
Just back to the Maxwell's one, Laura Thompson wrote, I don't really think much stops James in his tracks, but he was frozen in the Maxwell one for a good 5 seconds.
Absolutely brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. What a classic. Well, that was very good. Excellent. Thank you very much. Is Matt Dancona there at home to talk to us?
Here I am.
Hello, Matt. You
Hey.
okay?
I'm very well. Good to see you.
Nice to see you. I'm sorry you can't be here with your physical
Me
body
too.
in person.
Looks like I'm missing out on all the Tizer moments, which is.
I know. I bet you remember Tizer though.
Oh God, I remember when Tizer was invented. You know, I'm that old.
Do you remember Quattro?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember Quattro. What's that?
Do you remember Fresca?
Yeah. Fresca still exists, doesn't it?
No. Fresco and Tab are different. Heavens. Matt, I was going to ask you about, because you've done Creative Sense Maker today.
Yes.
Is Creative Sense Maker having a holiday?
Well, yes. I mean, it as must we all. Even the creative have to go and rest, and so there's a little bit of a break, but we'll be back.
And will tell us though, from all your clever knowings, what good things culturally we could be doing or looking forward to over the summer, and then we'll say what we're all actually going to do, which will be much less good.
Okay, well, in the sort of things you should be doing, kind of, but actually you really should. If you're around London, do go and see the Paolo Rigo exhibition at the Tate, Britain. It really is one of those kind of stop in your tracks, once in a lifetime exhibitions. And I wrote about it, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago now. Yeah. But it really is. It's fantastic. I'll be back. It's great. Movies wise, if people want to get sort of squirrel themselves away and go and see a good movie, there's lots of good things coming out. There's on the action superhero side, there's the Suicide Squad coming out this weekend, and then there'll be in a couple of weeks The Courier, which is a great spy movie based on a true story set in the 60s with Benedict Cumberbatch, which I really recommend. So lots of good, and there's there's great theatre now coming back. Constellations on at the Donmar, Anna X, which is truly fantastic, in central London. It's, you know, things are starting to happen again. I mean, bands are starting to tour gradually, so it's, you know, we're not back quite, but it's very nice to see how many cinemas have survived, because there was a point where, you know, Cineworld, I remember very vividly last summer when it looked like Cineworld was gone, and that would have meant, you know, gutting the cinema infrastructure of the country, really. So to have it back is great. Lots of independent cinemas have survived too, and theatre is getting back on its feet, and gigging is beginning to start in earnest again, you know, and with some of the festivals, including Reading, going ahead. So, you know, it's going to be a busy summer.
It is going to be a busy summer. You were nodding at the theatre thing, Tess. Have you got some tickets for some hot shows?
Well, actually, I just nodded at Constellations because are doing, it's a two-hander, so it's a two-person play. I saw it a couple of weeks ago with Peter Capaldi and Zoe Wanamaker. It is absolutely brilliant. And then I've kind of got tickets for the iterations with the other cast. So the next one I'm seeing is Chris O'Dowd with Anna Maxwell Martin.
Oh yeah, she's good, isn't she? Yeah.
So I was just nodding in huge agreement with Matt that if you can get tickets for that, it's just a stunning play. In 75 minutes, they've still got time for dinner afterwards.
Nice, excellent work, and not too bad if you need a wee. For those people who are going to see a musical, put your hand up. Yes, Lara Spirit, come on. Oh my God, I thought Giles had his hand up, but you were just adjusting your glasses. Shame, disappointing. Phoebes, what are you going to see? Mike, this woman.
We're going to see Singing in the Rain at Sadler's Wells.
Nice.
Yeah.
It is on the higher brow end of the musical spectrum.
It is, but there is water on stage and a splash zone.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
For sure.
I don't know about that, but it was booked over a year ago, and
Connor's playing Sing in the Rain. Something is playing Singing in the Rain. Susie! Oh my God! Spotlight Susie.
Are we sure there's nothing in her cup?
She's given it all that about the Angostura bitters. I think she's. Oh, look at that! Like I say, James Harding, wherever you are, is this what you envisaged? And all of the investors, thank you so much for your money. This is what we mean when we say Tortoise is a family. Excellent. So I'm sorry that slightly upstaged your Singing in the Rain musical chat, Phoebe. But never mind. Who's going to make us jealous? Who else is doing something brilliant this summer? Come on. Somebody must have a big plan. Literally no one.
Yeah, I have a big plan, but it's not cultural.
That's okay, anything.
I'm going to test the world's customs and immigration and try to go to America to see my in-laws.
Are you? What part of America do they reside?
Boston.
Boston.
But it's difficult because unless you're a citizen, you can't get in. So I've actually got to pack my marriage certificate.
So what's your plan? When you say unless you're a citizen you can't get in, are you literally, you can fill in forms, or are you just going to stand there at the desk until they give in?
No, you got to go with all your papers.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sorry that's.
Let's put the dog back on. Susie, get the dog out again.
It's just no one was, saying what they were going to do.
So do you think, will it just be, is it just long-winded? So you'll be able to go, it's just long-winded?
I honestly don't know. Could be turned back at the airport. Yeah. It's very, very hard to find out.
Gosh, and presumably you haven't seen them for years, at least 2 years, I guess.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah, gosh. Well, good luck. I hope they let you in, and I hope they let you out again.
Yes. I think we're allowed back in, aren't we? Amber, no quarantine on return. We have no idea what's required of us arriving there. Isn't that interesting? It's
Interesting.
It's really hard to find out.
Yeah, someone should get onto that, shouldn't they? Thank you, Giles. Good luck in Boston.
Thanks.
Who else? You're doing a triathlon in me. Is it true?
I guess your
Don't
question...
let them shame you. Live your best life and be you.
Well, your question was, are you doing anything that people will be jealous of? And I don't think people will be jealous of.
No, true. She's right.
Yeah, I met up with 2 friends that are really into triathlon, and we had some drinks, and one of them took my phone off me and signed me up for this triathlon.
Really? What kind of friend is that?
I know. It's at the end of August, so we haven't got long to go. Training is yet to commence, but it's fine.
Is it for charity?
No.
No. No. I mean, there's
Maybe
not
the
really
next
many
one.
good causes left, is there? But most things have been sorted out. So.
It's at Dorney Lake, which is where I think some of the Olympians did that.
That's right.
So...
There's Eton Dorney, is it
Yeah,
called?
it's basically where Eton do their rowing or something fancy. But I'm just doing the sprint distance, so it's not very far. And luckily, you don't have to sprint it. So we'll see what happens. I just want to get around. But yeah.
Oh, Imi, well, good luck.
Thanks. Maybe next time you'll see me in Paris 2024.
I almost certainly, and me as well. I don't know why you're laughing. Good. Is Alexandra there? Alexandra, I know you're at home because you weren't feeling so good. Are you
Hi,
there?
Liz.
Hi. Are you
Hi.
okay? How are you feeling? You said you were just a bit sub, which I think means subpar.
Yeah, and I'm really jealous that I'm not with you because I think that would be a massive lift me up to have all of your amazing cocktails.
Well,
there.
we miss you too.
Couldn't you just leave that bar there where it is? So
Well,
it's
I
there
think
when we
it's
come
too
back?
low. I think we need a higher bar. Don't you think? Like a more sort of bar-y bar.
I'm 5'1". It's fine for me.
Yeah, fair. You're always the busiest woman in Tortoise, but in particular, I wanted to ask you about the Cyber Security Summit. There you go, done it.
That is going to be the most exciting thing.
You know it.
In my summer. There you go. You're not supposed to laugh. I mean,
tell us about it though.
We are going to spend an entire day looking at cyber. Isn't that exciting? But actually it is really exciting. We're going to look at the criminals, who they are, the hackers, the people who do it and the nations who do it behind it, the tools that they use, so Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies that are used in the ransomware attacks. And we're going to look at what these threats are, why they're escalating, and we're going to spend a whole day doing that. But it happens to coincide, is it right, Liz, with the release of the next Bond movie?
It is, and they moved their release date to match our
They
summit.
did.
That's what happened.
So-
They deferred it, so it went with it. Yes,
We were
true.
going to figure out if we could get Daniel Craig to come for the Cyber Summit at Tortoise, but he might be busy, Liz, you think?
I don't know. I'll give him a call and see what he's up to. But I haven't had an idea for about 4 months. But today I had an idea, which was, how's about the last thinking of the Cyber Security Summit, which, as Alexandra says, is going to be exciting. How's about that is about James Bond? Can you see the connection? Cyber security, cyber criminal, cyber crime, international. And I think that you will be ready for that by 6:30 at the end of a long day. Do you know what I mean? I think quite a good idea.
Liz, may I just suggest something?
Yeah,
Can
go
we
on.
just, that bar, we need to not have
me running it.
No, we do, but we need to have martinis, no?
Oh, yes, of course. How do you make a martini? Let's see if we've got the stuff. What's in a martini? Vodka and... Oh, I don't think we've got that. I've got... No, that isn't. This is vodka. Hey, what happened to that green thing I bought? Where did that go? Oh, we had to... Why did you hide it? Apple sours. I'd never seen it before. I purchased it from Sainsbury's online. Everyone laughed at me. Patricia, just while we're in the zone, you work very closely with Alexandra and are working on the other big thing that's going to come in the autumn is the Responsibility 100, excuse me. Tell us about it.
So the Responsibility 100 Index ranks corporates on their social and ethical and sustainability objectives.
So FTSE 100, who's good to who's not so good?
Yeah. So
based on everything to do with good for the world, climate, to do with equality, everything, right?
Yeah, so it's 125 indicators across a bunch of pillars, which sounds a bit dry, but when you actually look into it, it's really interesting. So it's the number of emissions coming out of a company, it's things like gender pay, their modern slavery statements, the number of fines they have, the number of employee tribunals. So it's really ranking companies on across these.
Is that information in the public domain then, the number of tribunals?
Yeah, so
really?
Our whole thing is, open source public data, because we really value companies that are transparent.
Yeah.
And then the kind of big thing with it is that it measures the walk and talk. So what are corporates actually saying they're doing?
Yeah.
How many targets are they setting? How much are they sort of greenwashing versus what are they actually doing? How much are they emitting?
Yeah.
How much are they paying their employees? And so on.
And it updates once a year?
Twice a year?
No. When I say it updates, it sounds like it does it itself.
Yeah.
But I think you actually update it,
Yeah,
right?
we go through 100 annual reports and manually pick up the data, and also lots of other external indicators which we scrape and we collect, and that's a sort of 3-month project, and it's coming out on the 14th of October to coincide with the Responsible Business Summit.
Okay,
and it also updates in April to coincide with the rotation of the FTSE.
The rotation of the FTSE.
Yeah, I know.
What is this? What's the rotation of the FTSE? Should I know about it?
So basically, oh God, I don't actually know the details.
Does anyone? No. Who else knows what is the rotation? Should I know that? What's the rotation of the FTSE?
I don't know the criteria.
It's who moves up. So if you're, it's basically based. The FTSE is based on the size of your company by market capitalisation.
Yes,
so
I get
if the
that.
size, So if your share price goes up and you're worth more, it's like going up into the Premiership or being relegated. So
so they only do that periodically. It's not all the time when number 101 goes up, it knocks down.
It's not like the charts.
Is it not
on a Sunday night? No.
Oh, so
because all the stuff that falls out of it. If you think about all of the tracker funds that invest in the it all has to kind of flow through from the index changes.
Oh. Well, I shall have to call my fund manager instantly after the DrinkIn is closed to explain that I now understand it more. Thank you very much. So early October for the new release, right?
14th of October.
14th of October.
Get in your diary.
Get it in your diary, she says. But what fun thing are you doing this summer, apart from reading 100 annual reports?
I'm going to Eastbourne.
Eastbourne, ladies and gentlemen.
I hadn't heard about it until 3 days ago. But it was the only place that had an Airbnb.
Isn't it so hard to find an Airbnb?
Yeah.
That's not disgusting.
If you haven't been organised, which I haven't, then you go to Eastbourne, which apparently is really nice.
It will be. I've never been. Has anyone been to Eastbourne? Is Eastbourne nice? Yes, look, Connor's doing a double thumbs up. This is a man that went to a drum and bass festival at the weekend, so I'm not sure what that means in terms of quality. So good. We'll have a lovely time in Eastbourne. Thank you so much. I was going to talk to Emily about the Olympics, but I don't know if she's here. Is Emily here? Let's see.
Can't see her.
No, doesn't look like it. Black mark to her. Fine, can't talk about the Olympics unless anybody else has got anything insightful to say. Nope.
He's probably sleeping.
Yeah, building up for this evening's shift.
Yes.
We've talked to that.
I just think we can all talk about the Olympics.
Go on then. You start.
Well, I'd just like to pick up from where we left off briefly on the subject of new sports, right?
Yes.
I for the first time, felt a lot of support for the. This is going to emphasise my age. A lot of support for the idea of squash.
Hang on. Why is that funny? That seems like a perfectly reasonable suggestion.
Yeah.
And why is squash not an Olympic sport already?
Well, it's a really good question when you consider how popular it is in South Asia and Egypt, right? Which are
Yeah.
No. Tess is laughing.
Yeah, why are you laughing, Tess? I might have a wine.
These are underrepresented countries in the Olympics.
Yeah.
It's a terrific sport, and we had Nick Varley, I think his name is, on the last explaining.
Yeah.
That sports come in and out. So you're not committing yourself to squash for a century. So just try it out. And I think when we're done with the arms race, maybe we could do squash for the Olympics.
Squash for Olympics. What else? So who was I talking to? It was Tori this morning. We were talking about Paris is going to have cheerleading for the first time.
Cheerleading's coming. I think the Paris is going to be like a show sport, and then the next one is the competitive one. But I'm excited for that.
I'm massively excited for that, and still smarting from James Harding not letting me do a whole thinking about cheerleading when I was obsessed with Cheer on Netflix. Who else has got Olympics chat for us? Zav. Hi, Zav.
What sport do you want?
He's trying to blend into the background and be. Does anybody want more drinks, by the way? Because there's loads more downstairs, all with Harika.
Yeah, do it.
Do you want to just go grab some more bottles from the fridge downstairs?
I'm tipsy Tortoise.
Go on, Zav. Are you watching the Olympics, or are you still spent from the Euros?
Yeah, I'm still recovering from the football.
Are you?
I do think. I know everyone says this, but the gymnastics is just always so amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Like every single move they do like this is absolutely unbelievable. Especially the parallel bars one, which is insane. I watched some slalom canoeing today, which I was less impressed by. It's just kind of paddling against
the current. Yeah, it is.
Half the time they're going backwards. So yeah, that was good. Been watching the GB women's football, which I think Andrew pointed out that the Euros. I think the women's Euros are in the UK next year. Sorry, so a good opportunity for people who are football starved next summer. And I think the tickets are very cheap, so it's about a tenner to see them at Wembley next summer. So.
And can you just go online and buy them, those tickets?
Yeah.
Good tip.
I mean, I got tickets for the men's football semi-final, and it took 2 days of refreshing a page, so it's a lot easier and less stressful and cheaper.
Yeah, much cheaper. Maybe we should have a school trip to go and watch the football. That'd be quite fun.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Do you know what? It'd be nice to hear from some regular members what your plans are for the summer. Is Daniel Dipper here this evening? He's mentioned Tony Blair in the chat. If you're still there, Daniel, are you there?
Hang on, hopefully you can see me. Yep.
Hi, Daniel. Nice to see you.
Hello.
How's it going? I feel like we've been on a journey together, you and all of Tortoise, because you joined when you were just about to have the hideous A-levels experience, and then you've just done your first year at Oxford.
Yep.
How's it been?
Good. I mean, I've managed to do a lot of things this year, and there's still been lots of opportunities, even with everything being online. So I'd say it's been a good year overall, even with catching COVID, which wasn't best fun, and it did take 6 months to recover. So that wasn't good.
Daniel, I'm so sorry. You had the long COVID. It really knocked you for 6. Are you feeling better now?
Yeah, so I've been recovered since mid-May and been able to do things as normal. But yeah, it took a bit of time to recover.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you're better. What's your plans for the summer?
Well, I've been doing lots of things. I've been doing some stuff for the Oxford Union. I've been working with the Unique, which is an access programme that the University of Oxford runs for Year 12 students. So I've been helping with a history course for that. And next week, I'm going to be doing some work with Zero Gravity, which is a social mobility firm who actually supported me when I was applying to Oxford. So now it's kind of good to see it from the other side. And in September, I'm back to Oxford to support another access programme, Opportunity Oxford, which is, again, run by the university, but this time for offer holders. So lots of things going on, and writing lots of blogs as well. I've been doing some stuff in independent learning, and I'm just finishing off a blog about my recommendations for COVID catch-up in universities and other things that I need to be writing. So yeah, lots going on.
Oh my God, Daniel, have you done any college work in amongst all of this?
Yes, I have actually. So I did a politics course that my tutors recommended. So I've done that. I've read a book which I was told I needed to read. I've been listening to some
Well
relevant
done.
lectures, so I have been doing stuff.
That's really good. Well, I feel massively inadequate having heard all of the amazing things that you've been doing, but everybody should be more dipper. We talk about you a lot in the newsroom, Daniel, and thank you so much for being such a stellar contributor. I'm going to pop another one on your behalf. Yes, there we go. Lovely to see you. Thank you for being here. Mark, tell me who else is on that we often chat to. It'd be nice to see some regular faces. And shall I make this the disgusting green thing, or would you rather have it neat? What's the general consensus?
I think make more disgusting
You like the green thing? You want
yeah.
more green? Okay, the green has gone down a storm. I feel pleased. Who else is here, Mark? Find us some familiar faces. Have we got my old friend William? Is he around?
William Jeremy's here. Do you want to,
Let's have a look at William. I've not spoken to him for a bit. Hi, William.
Oh,
not in his cupboard.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you well. What's your plans for the summer?
Well, we've got some potential exciting plans because we
are
trying to move house.
Oh, William!
Move from the southeast of the country to the southwest.
Oh, that's a big move.
That's saying again.
That's a big move.
That is quite a big move, yes. So all my family in South Wales and the West, and Karen's daughter in Plymouth, and lots of friends and family, etc. And I've moved out of my cupboard too.
I know. I can't believe it. I can't believe she's let you out.
Moved. Yes, Karen has let me out of the.
I'm very pleased to see that she's released you. We were worried you were in there for the whole of the first lockdown in that cupboard. I'm sure
now the estate agent has gone, I can now reappear as someone who's not.
Oh, it's brilliant. Well, good luck with it. I have to say, guess what I'm doing tomorrow, everyone? What are you doing? Moving house. Yes, finally. I haven't had anywhere to live for 4 months, so I am finally moving into my new house. That's very exciting, which is one of the reasons why I'm not drinking as heavily as you all are. I'm going to try and, I don't know if I can get the lid off this. There we go. Make you another green juice. Who else is there, Mark, that we can have a quick chat to? No, that's not the way we do it.
Zebedee's here.
Oh, yes, Zebedee. Are you there, Zebedee? Hello.
Hello, hi, how are you?
Nice to see you. Good, thanks. How are you doing?
Not too bad, thanks very much.
Looking forward to the summer?
I guess so. I don't really have any plans, I'm afraid. So
no plans. What's your favourite thinking then? What's been your
my
best
favourite
one?
thinking? Well, the one that I thought was most interesting was Gordon Brown. I thought he was.
Oh, wasn't he brilliant?
Yeah, I thought he showed us what can be achieved. Instead of what's happening right now. When you talk about what the population really wants, it's more serious stuff along the lines of what he was talking about rather than what's happening now. But
Were you? I agree with you. Were you a Gordon Brown fan when he was in office, or no?
I thought he was a troubled sort of, not entirely successful politician. But now you look back on that time and you wish, that people appreciated him more. That he could have achieved.
We don't know what we've got till we've gone. Well, it's lovely to see you, Zebedee. Thank you so much for coming along and being always super active in the chat. It always helps us make things run smoothly when we've got people who are not backwards and coming forwards. Why? I feel like, are you coughing or laughing? Or are you okay? Yeah. Have a drink here. It's good for you. Mark, just before we wrap up, because it's, believe it or not, it's nearly time to finish. Tell us a bit about what thinkings those that we've managed to organise, which is not many at the moment, are coming up in the. Do you want some more?
Yeah, sure.
In the autumn.
Okay, so we're back on the 1st of September with a special edition open news meeting, which we're calling the Back to School edition, which, yeah, exactly. So we'll be getting the great and the good of the Tortoise editors to talk about what happened over the summer, what they're expecting to happen in the news cycle coming over in the autumn. There's a thinking immediately after that, which I can't share many details about.
God, we're beside ourselves.
If it happens, it's going to be amazing. And if it doesn't happen, it will be a cruel summer.
Oh, a little clue for everyone.
I couldn't possibly comment.
It's one of those ones where we had to wait till James was drunk to get him to approve it.
He was really drunk, and I got a lot through the door that day.
Yeah.
Then we've got some fascinating stuff about greening energy, and then we've got First Minister Mark Drakeford, First Minister of Wales. So looking forward to talking to him. Then we're going to do some more net zero stuff, but this one's a bit different. We're going to be looking at comedy and climate change, talking to comedians about how to use comedy to further the climate change message. One for Alexandra, we've got Azim Azhar, who is country's leading technology writer. So he's coming to talk about his book, The Exponential Age. Cyber Summit you've already covered, which is a whole day about bad things that can happen on the internet. Then we've got some more things that we're working on that we can't announce yet. But then in October, we've got Stephen Pinker coming to the newsroom for a live appearance. Jamie Oliver will be coming to the newsroom, I think.
Yes, we think so.
He is coming to the newsroom. And Michael Morpurgo, the guy who wrote Warhorse, who appeared on a children's literature sense maker a couple of weeks ago.
Loved it so much.
He had the best time. He wore the best hat. He took part while he was on holiday. And so, yeah, he's coming to see us first week of October. So lots planned and lots more to come.
We had a lot of exciting responses. The thing about trying to organise think-ins is that you sort of, I've never been on a dating app, but because I'm too old, but I imagine it's just like swiping right for 1,000 people and none of them liking you until one does. And it's a bit like that. And today was quite a good day. We had some sort of people finally come up with chasing, kind of going, this sounds interesting, tell us more. So fingers crossed we'll land some good stuff. That is all, apart from one last key feature of the pre-summer DrinkIn. Yes, Phoebe, she's nodding. If the tech team are ready, thank you very much to you all for coming in. Thank you very much to you all at home for watching the chaos and what have you. I really, really hope we won't have to do one like this again, because the next time we'll have a proper person and we'll all be together and it'll be super fun. Have a wonderful summer. As I say, Team Thinking sort of signing off for a bit, but Tortoise is still here, and we will see you, hopefully, for those of you that are near London, with your bodies in the newsroom for the back-to-school edition of the Open News meeting on the 1st of September. And fingers crossed, we'll write to everybody in about 2 weeks when we feel like we figured out whether we think that's safe and appropriate and all of those things. But we've done a little video of some highlights for you to watch and sign off, and we will see you on the 1st of September. So Connor, run VT.
I'm Alexi Mostras.
I'm Matt Dancona.
My name's Kerry Thomas.
I'm Giles Whittell.
My name's Liz Moseley.
Everyone, welcome to tonight's Think-In.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
I'm Nimo, and I'm a reporter at Tortoise.
My name is Phoebe. I work on the Think-In team at Tortoise.
I'm Emily Ben from Tortoise.
My name is Hashi Mohammed. I'm a barrister and broadcaster.
My name is Anand Menon from King's College in London.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Tortoise Think-In.
Yes, and I've just built her laundry room.
Participating in a show is duty of care.
I mean, you say, Tracy, but it's been a phenomenal amount of change over the last year.
Very, very few banks actually get a license.
Was to look them in the eye and tell the story first.
Yeah. Well, this is unusual. This is good weather in Scotland.
Well, I don't rule out going back.
Get myself into trouble, but what about Freedom by Beyonce?
Social memes, their expectations.
A bunch of civil servants who are working night and day, and I have to say, they are the unsung heroes.
By the way, and for all your contributions, they're all really valuable. Made me think about stuff, which is always good.
This is a story about a marriage. Really, it's a love story.
Hi there, and welcome to Dominated Men.
That first night after capsizing on Wednesday the 2nd of September, a man called Eduardo Sereno, the vessel's chief officer, was pulled out of the water.
Last year, we got a window into a world without rugby.
The game has not gone soft, it's brutal.
You're all the same, you're all after the same thing. And now I like to ask people what that same thing is.
There's definitely a schism of one side looking at the other, profoundly not understanding it.
Oh, good morning. It's great to be here and have a longer conversation.
Something so original about his writing that even as a young student, I just felt like I could see me in there.
It's quite a relaxing thing to do, as it turns out. It's pretty handsome.
It's wrapped. I'm not going to unwrap it because this is a limited edition, this particular edition, and you'll see the number 1 here.
In 2016, when they brought that new voting system in, well, that was a really fun night.
Only was able to find some out-of-date Guinness. And so we're running an experiment to see if Guinness becomes toxic after the sell-by date.